Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Line of God's Daily Diary series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to read you a chapter from the Bible. Today I will be continuing Proverbs, starting out today, actually completing Proverbs with Proverbs chapter 31. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my vows? Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb in the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships, she bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hand she planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry, her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in the time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. So the first thing that I want to discuss from this chapter is here. Again, chapter 31 starts with the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. And one of the first things that she says in Proverbs 31:3 is, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." And this is a very powerful verse for me as just for me interpreting this verse, because of the fact that King Lemuel is being told by his mother that he should focus his energies on what is godly and what is holy and what is good. And that is so very true. One of the ideas is you only have 24 hours in a day. Every day you have the same 24 hours. And that is powerful because of the fact that it comes with opportunity cost. It comes with opportunity cost in the form of you can only do certain things a day, and you cannot do other things in a day. And so who you are, I often give that quote from Batman Begins where Rachel tells Bruce, it's not who you are underneath, it's what you do that defines you. And then Bruce tells it back to her at the end of the movie, thereby revealing his identity to Rachel. And that's very true. I always, they say the path to hell is paved with good intentions, and intention is important. It's not that, one of the things I often talk about as a spirit of God is I look at intention when I look at men, and to see, like, when I think about it, like, for example, Frederick Barbarossa, um, when he was leading an army on crusade, he fell off his horse, leading an army to crusade, and died in the water, because of, I think, like, heat, like something about like the heat of like the metal or something, and he drowned. I think, oh no, he had a cardiac arrest because of the difference in the heat between the metal and the water, or something like that. And so he died. He was not able to fulfill the potential of that crusade as a leader, and I believe his armies were scattered. However, what was his intention? His intention was to give everything he had in God's name. And so it is for things that are big, like crusade, or things that are small, like, for example, you intended to go to church on a Sunday, but your kid got sick, so you went to the hospital instead. God sees that, and God isn't going to punish you if you miss church because your kid got sick. And also, he sees that good intention, that you actually wanted to go to church, right? That's what I mean about intention. However, intention, good intentions, is not a cloak to mask sins, nor is it an excuse to not do one's duty. That is so important, because you see what Lemuel's mother says, "Give not thy strength unto women." So she doesn't want Lemuel's son to be an adulterer. Because what is the idea? The idea is, while Lemuel is out with XYZ number of women, he is not, exercising. He is not mustering his army. He is not working on grain in the local area. He is not praising God. He is not educating himself in the scriptures. He is not blah, blah, blah. You get it, doing whatever. He is adultering. And if he is sinning in this way, that means he is not doing other things that are required for being a good king in the eyes of God. And that is a very powerful passage. And now the next passage I want to talk about is chapter 30, Proverbs 31:10. I love this verse here. "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." That is a very powerful verse, because of the fact that one of the lessons that I love, the Bible is very much about men, starting with God. A large portion of the Bible, I mean, most of it is either told from the perspective of men, is about men. There are very few, for example, the book of Esther is one of the very few books that focuses on a woman, as the centerpiece of the book. So I'm actually not sure if there are any other books. There may be, but I haven't gone through for the second time and really focused on all the remaining books of the Old Testament to see if there were any other books other than Esther. So it could be the only book, actually, for all I know. Skimming through, I don't think there are. I don't think there's any other book. Oh, there's Ruth. There's Ruth also. The book titled Ruth is also a book, right? So Ruth is there. So you have Esther and Ruth. And so anytime you get passages that talk about the value of women, or the importance of having women or holy women and things of that nature, I think that that's very beautiful, because if you read the Proverbs again, 31:10, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." Talking about how special a virtuous woman is, talking about how beautiful her character is, talking about how she has a beautiful soul, that God sees that, and how important that is, that she continue to cultivate virtue and purity going forward. And so with that, I want to go ahead and end the Bible reading there for today, and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video. Since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I worked at my chest, I worked at my legs, I created, uploaded, and will schedule today's Daily Dive video for 10/7/23, and I've created many video game videos. And with no further achievements since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.